first, being accompanied by Mr. VIP from Louisville, USA, at a total combined weight of 500 pounds, the flamboyant one, his doctor is Donald Necessary Jackson, Self-Made Money.
Well, Self-Made Money said Mr. VIP back with them. We haven't seen him in a few weeks, folks. But a big matchup here against the Franks, so I guess Mr. VIP decided it's time to take some interest in his investment. Self-Made Money's been on a tear here lately. We thought they were going to be one of the favorites in the RWA Tag Team Tournament, but fortunately it didn't pan out that way. But ever since, they've been on a tear, especially last time of hype with an injury to Shady Shay Cash and a violent attack after Frank champion Shady Shay pulled out a victory. And we're still waiting on word to find out how long it's going to be until Shady Shay Cash returns to the ring here in the RWA. Both members of Self-Made Money here asking referee Manny Souza to open the ropes. Rob Massey getting a tip from Mr. VIP with that wad of cash. Half of that's mine there, Rob. I hope you remember that.
And introducing their opponents, you suffering from that not so permanent. Look, call our professional for the brand. Here's the first from Buffalo, Massachusetts, weighing at 290 pounds, Frank the Frank.
Going nuts. He's lifting kids out of the stands, folks. I can't believe it. I'm telling you, Rob Massey, whatever Mr. VIP gave you, half of that's mine.
He gave me $1 and then swiftly took it away. So if you want half of nothing, you're welcome to it.
Sounds like my social life, Rob Massey.
I'm happy for you. As the Franks, as they are known here tonight, Fury Frank champion and Frank the Crank are ready to do battle here at RWA Dynasty against a tag team that, quite honestly, Joe Corey, they both have made some serious injuries to the Franks. So it's going to be the Franks versus the Beans.
We'll tell you this, Rob Massey. Last edition of Hype, I was talking about that fan that was really upset about not cranking it up. I think he got his moment here tonight.
He did get his moment, and he still ain't worried about nothing. As we know that after RWA Hype, Shady Shay Cash was taken to a local Rhode Island hospital. He is resting comfortably. He suffered a severe knee injury. And Frank the Crank tried to make his debut way back at Summertime Showdown. And Self-Made Money made their debut and immediately put their boots in the hind end of Frank the Crank. Bell has sounded and we are underway. Listen to this crowd behind Fury Frank champion and Frank the Crank. Mr. VIP is not happy that his clients from Moneyville, USA are not being cheered. And a 1980s throwback by Fury Frank champion. It is a happening, Joe Cole.
It's a spectacle, Rob.
A spectacle. As Donald Necessary Jackson tags out and tags in Kenny Roberts, the flamboyant one, wearing a reject Ric Flair robe.
That thing is beautiful. Okay, anyone.
Look how many geese you had to kill to get those feathers.
Probably about as many people that had to make my tux.
That's true. Well done. That's right. Fury Frank champion was ducked by Kenny Roberts. Now Kenny Roberts, after strutting around, ducks into the ropes, calls a timeout.
It's tough to see. Both members of Self-Made Money are both very big men, Rob. But compared to Frank Champion, it's amazing that they actually have a speed advantage in this match.
A 100-pound difference for both members of Self-Made Money against Frank Champion. And nimble is Frank Champion.
Yeah, but Rob, 50 pounds of that can be attributed to the fact that Kenny Roberts has shaved off that Kimbo Slice-esque beard.
Wow, that was real. That was definitely real. You do my homework. You do. Test of strength here.
That didn't go the way they were hoping.
Kenny Roberts, fish hooking the eye. And now a shot, the Fury Frank champion.
Those are bees to a downed opponent. That wouldn't happen in the MMA, Rob.
Not at all.
That's why I love wrestling.
Big back elbow and a Manhattan drop. Off the ropes goes Fury. Big lariat takes down Kenny Roberts.
The crowd is really behind the Franks, Rob.
Sold out crowd here at the East Providence Recreation Center. Timeout being called. There are no timeouts in wrestling. Manny Souza issuing a standing 10 count. A little bit quicker than the last match.
I was impressed, though, the referee in the previous match did not stop the count when the champion Hanson tried to go. He stuck to his count, didn't restart it, and didn't allow Nick Marshall to take any more time.
Mr. VIP is spanning Kenny Roberts and Donald Necessary Jackson with a roll of... Now, let me tell you, it's a roll of ones. It's a $20 bill that's wrapped in a bunch of ones. I feel like my cousin Vinny is out there.
See, Rob, what you do is when you go to the gentleman's club, you do that in your wallet so the workers think you have more money.
Oh, is that where Cinnamon came from?
It's a fundraiser for girls trying to put themselves through medical school.
With a name like Cinnamon.
She's on the main stage, right?
She is on the main stage. We are having fun here tonight at the Providence Recreation Center. Frank Champion goes for a lockup, gets hit in the midsection by Kenny Roberts. And you know what? We are joshing a little bit on Self-Made Money, but you want to talk about a dominant tag team in the RWA that just has not gotten their fair shake. Their own fault, but very dangerous is Self-Made Money.
I was saying during the intro, these two are the favorites in the RWA tag team tournament. Mr. VIP kind of disappeared in time, and they just weren't able to get that next step forward to get to the titles, but they're still a constant threat.
Agreed. Kenny Roberts, Donald Jackson.
Donald Jackson's going to need a chiropractor.
And a big scoop by Frank Champion. The mat leapt one and a kick out just at one. The mat jumped from the floor here at the East Providence Rec Center. Here comes Frank the Crank. First time he's been active in this match, and he owes a receipt to Self-Made Money.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Irish whip. Big splash by Frank the Crank.
Oh, God!
And no water in the pool because Frank Champion just knocked it all out. Big scoop and slam to Donald Necessary Jackson. Off the ropes. And a leg drop. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Who kicks out of a leg drop nowadays? It wouldn't happen if this was a happening. A spectacle, if you will. Tag in the Frank Champion.
I haven't seen somebody kick out of a leg drop in 14 years. 24 years, I'm sorry.
A long time. And we're just talking about wrestling.
Exactly.
I'm happy for you, Joe Cole.
4 years on my head, Rob. It's not that easy.
Irish whip into the corner goes Donald Necessary Jackson and an elbow to Frank Champion. Self-Made Money. Really not. As I just say, they have no momentum. Frank Champion launches himself into the post through the second turnbuckle. There's Mr. VIP gouging the eyes of Fury Frank Champion.
He's beating him with money, Rob, and those are ones. He must feel so cheap right now.
Never gonna own an NBA franchise.
Never.
That's not gonna get old tonight.
No, not at all. Ever.
Fury Frank Champion is in a bad way. He did injure his shoulder over a month ago when the heavy hitters were in the tag team tournament. And now Donald Necessary Jackson, a ring veteran, is working on the injured shoulder of Fury Frank Champion. Self-Made Money smells blood in the water, and they're going after the bigger member of the Franks. Now this has to be good strategy, Joe Corey, as a former manager. Isolate the bigger of the two members of the tag team.
It's true. I mean, the longer that he stays down, it takes more energy to get back up, which means also more energy he's going to need to get across the ring to tag his partner.
Down unnecessary Jackson wearing down Frank Champion. Just completely punishing with a leg drop on the shoulder.
Focus the attack right on that shoulder.
Great strategy.
Look, that's a big man. Trying to get up without use of that arm is not going to make it very easy.
A double axe handle by Self-Made Money. Now Kenny Roberts taking a shot at Frank the Crank. Another rookie mistake by Frank the Crank.
Line tag behind referee Nate Susan.
And now once again, Donald Necessary Jackson working on that bad shoulder. He's smiling, Joe Corey. Did you see that right before the knee drop?
I mean, why not? Everything's going their way.
1, 2, and a kick out. And now some people at home might think that going after the shoulder is really not the particular body part of Frank Champion that you should be going for, Joe Corey, but that's what he needs to be pinned to the mat.
It makes it easy. If you can put your body weight on the other...
Belly to belly suplex! Frank Champion out of nowhere! And this crowd wants to see Frank the Crank in the match. Frank Champion needs to make a tag. Here's a tag to Kenny Roberts. Frank Champion makes a tag to Frank the Crank. And here comes the RWA Rookie of the Year. Frank the Crank is fired up, and he's going to crank it up. Polish hammers all around. And now a thumb to the eye by Kenny Roberts. Frank the Crank, the young rookie, learning, but learning on the fly. Up and over! And now being caught in a big back elbow and a lariat to Donald Jackson and Kenny Roberts. Oh, wait a minute, I know this move. He told him to crank it out! Here's a cover! 1, 2, and Frank the Crank almost had it 3.
I thought he had him.
The crank shot, the spinning suplex. What a move, Joe Corey.
Amazing.
Frank Champion, that injured shoulder, favoring as now he catches. Oh! Slam! Again out of nowhere!
For a big man, Rob, he's so agile.
Frank the Crank. And Frank Champion has Kenny Roberts all by his lonesome, and you don't want to turn around. It's never good when you turn around.
No. You never know what's going to hit you.
Mr. VIP is trying to warn him, and yep, you don't want to turn around. It's going to be bad news. And Frank the Crank calls up the forearm. Oh, what a forearm! Frank the Crank's going to crank it up. Here it comes!
The Frankenstein, Rob!
Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3! What a win for the Franks over the Beans!
I can't get over that, Rob. Looks like they both got the measure of revenge they were looking for tonight.
What a win, and what a great matchup here at RWA Dynasty, Joe Corey. Mr. VIP is not happy.
Not at all. If he didn't have just that mohawk, I would say he's going to pull the rest of his hair out, but he can't really lose much.
And now the Franks are enjoying their victory here at RWA Dynasty at the East Providence Rec Center.
I just want to crank it up, Rob!
I know you are! Joe Corey, I am being told in the earpiece here, we are going to go live backstage to Lucy Santana, who is with the Mind Eraser, Mike Grassa.
Lucy Santana backstage here with Mind Eraser, Mike Grassa. Mike Grassa, later on tonight you will be taking on Triplicious. I know you guys have been feuding for about 6 months, and honestly, some people believe that you cannot pin his shoulders to the mat.
I did beat him last week, Lucy. A couple weeks ago, actually. In the casket match, I did beat him.
Okay, but you haven't beat him in an official match, so will today be the day that you prove those naysayers wrong?
Yes, Lucy. Yes, I will prove those naysayers wrong. everything that's everybody said about me when I was injured, I heard it. People forgot about me. People forgot about Mike Rossa. When I came back, it was like, who's this dude? No more. Today I make a statement. Today I beat Triplicious 1, 2, 3. Today I hurt Triplicious. Plain and simple.